That's better. And that's even better. There you go. Cool dude. So it's always the same when I plug new microphone in, I get. Anyway, welcome to Meetup Monday. As you can see, I am not anywhere with Chris. Chris is in the house. I'm on the deck. The sun is shining. Let's see if I can go to second camera. That should give you the view that I have. That'd be really good. And I'll check these out because I can't hear myself. Cool dude. Background items have been added to the software. Wow. That's really good, isn't it? So I think the sun is going to be in my face in a minute. So I'm going to get my hat. I'll just let you take a look at this whilst I'm doing it. Let me just do some now. I tremble, and they're going north, fear the bull, done that one, seen. There we go. Right back. Cool dude. Cool dude, cool dude. So, yeah, it's better now. I can see you guys. So, welcome. Why are we not outside? Well, we looked at it this way. We're going to save some money and we're going to get my daughter over for Christina's 60th. So I've got to save as much money as I can. And the car's broke, as most of you know. So I need to fix that. It's going to cost me between 300 and 500, I think. So we said if nobody's registered to come and visit us, to meet us, then we won't go out. That's why it's important to go ahead and book if you want to come, because if you say, oh, let's surprise Tim and Christina and we're not there, then you've made the trip for nothing. So that's important anyway. So glad that you can join me here. See how many people I've got already. Cool dude, 83 people. So what I'm going to do today, for those of you that have been following the 24-hour loop, which is basically my life from after brunch on one day to the end of brunch the next day. So that's pretty cool. It's basically bits and bobs of what I do. Maybe a walk, maybe go shopping, maybe a drive, something like that. Well, I can't drive now, but there you go. So what I decided to do was to do the 24-hour loop live today. So basically, I'm not gonna be showing you the whole thing, 20 minutes, half an hour, or whatever it is, but I will show you snippets through this live and also answer questions. So don't forget, if you've got a question, just press QQ before you type it, and then it'll be quick question. If you want to say something that you want me to read out, just put QS, quick statement. So QQ and QS are the things I'll see. I'm going to go through all of them at the moment here. It's mostly hello, 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 hello. Evening, Tim and Chris said it's Craig. Don't forget the like button. There you go. Craig's on again. Susan Malian, looking forward to this. Edinburgh's on. View from Us is on. Jeff is on. Nigel's on. Vinny's on. Tony Tabarrow, Emma, David Butler, Tony Such. I believe you're coming over soon, Tony. Edinburgh and Beyond. Billy's camera's on. Jeff Daniels did that one. View from Us did that one. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Yorkshire Alt. I don't think I've seen that before unless you've changed your name. Welcome. Jeff, Billy, Edinburgh, Glyn Young. Remember that? Alan Fraser. Quick question: is Kunika? Yes, she's fine. She just, I said I was going to show most of the stuff, and she's on some of the stuff that we're on. So she says, "Do I need to sit in the sun?" She said. Oh, that's better, isn't it? You can hear me now. I had the microphone on the table. Well, there you go. Which microphone is it? Yeah, that's on. Yeah, confirm. Okay, we're done. So that's a little bit better. Okay, evening, Michael. Hi, Tim, Christina. Hope you're okay. Says Dalewen. Orcus Whaling's on. Did I miss anybody there? Alan, Anne Marie's on. Oh, we had your wine last night, Anne Marie. Thank you very much for that. View from us. Tony Such. Billy. John Swain is on from John and Anne. Cool dude. Probably Anne typing, is it? Hi, Anne. David Butler, Scott, Michael, Tony, Orcus Craver is saying hi, 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 hi. Thanks, Anne. Yeah, okay. Everybody's Nigel's on. Muse a tad low. Yes, because I had the microphone over there on the table. Amazing. Amazing. Steve Rayner's on. Did I miss anybody? Miri Alti. And Ash is on. I missed Ash. Kieran Mines is also on. Out and about with Ash. There we go. Okay, so I think I've got everybody now. If I don't mention your name, don't worry, I still love you. I just haven't seen it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the show with dinner yesterday, which is the beginning of the 24-hour loop. So if you haven't seen the 24-hour loop before, and it only gets about 200 or 300 views, so I'm assuming that most of you don't. It's my recorded vlog, and this is the snippets that I use to create it. I usually put music over the top and stuff like that, so there won't be any music. Well, I can actually put music on, but I don't have a massive selection of music on this thing yet. So I'm going to show you dinner yesterday, and this is the beginning of the 24-hour vlog, if I can find the mouse pad. And then while this is running, I'm going to put the blind down because it's getting too hot. It is way hot. What is it here? 34 in the sun. So that's how hot it is. There you go. So this, my friends, is dinner yesterday. Well, I ate it. I'm sorry. I ate it. These two are left for tomorrow or the next day. I don't know when. In heaven, there is no beer, so that's why we drink it here. Knighting Edelpils. What a beautiful dinner it was, and a beautiful day. This is the beginning and the end of 24-hour loop for today, but stay tuned because 24-hour loop carries on tomorrow. Nobody in the pool, the lights on. Sunset's just disappeared. Hello Vera, Harry Time and the TikTokers. And here's a happy wife.
Yep.
Did you enjoy?
Good beer.
So she's got the Edelbräu. That's a different brewery than the beer we're drinking. But do you want a schnapps as well?
Oh, why not?
We've only got the...
Not the strawberry one.
not the... No, we'll have the Claren, yeah?
Yeah.
We'll have a Claren. So we're going to have a clear schnapps. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we're right back, I think. I don't need this. So yeah, so that was the dinner bit. I'm just going to pull my camera back down now, so we can still see the view. There we go. What's happening here? There we go. Let's go to camera 2 for the view. There you go. So I put the thing down now. I'm going to take my silly hat off. Come back on here. Am I still muted? No, I'm not. Cool dude. So that was the beginning of the 24-hour loop. I'll just stick this in. Right. Then after the next morning, I went for a walk. Let's just see what the questions are. Search for QQ. Is Christian okay? We did that. Where's the nearest supermarket for a quick shop when we arrive on Friday, says John. There's two. There's one opposite Nebula at the roundabout right in the middle of town. So if you're at the Mind Hotel, you come out, take a right, and it's on the corner. It's probably about 40 yards. That one is okay, but check the prices, because sometimes the price on the thing isn't the price they charge you. I don't think they do it on purpose, but check the prices as you go. And if they charge you more, just say, "Oh, can I just check the price, please?" And they probably go, "Oh, yeah, sorry." But anyway, the other one is if you walk past the nebula down towards the what's it called? Mirador de Callao, the viewing platform at the bottom of the hill. Just before you get to that on the left, there's a supermarket, and the Monte Cristo's just above it, as Craig says. So you can actually kill two birds with one stone on that one, and then get a scooter back. Oh, stay tuned, because I drove back on a scooter, so that'll be fun. That was before. That was after. When was that? All right, I should show you that first, shouldn't I? I'll show you the beach, and then okay, good. Okay, beach and then scooter and then breakfast this morning. Exactly. Cool, dude. So let's get rid of that and go back down to the bottom. Is the car fixed? No, unfortunately, the car's not fixed. All about the views, Tim. Monte Cristo asked him if it's expensive. I did that one. Okay. Yeah, so basically, we got this one here. Oh, we can actually do twos up, couldn't we? There you go. So you've got me here, and you've got the thing over there, which is cool. Which is actually over there for me. So I don't know. I was going to swap them, but I won't bother. I'll just say it's over there. So yeah, Brendan's saying hi. There we go. Camera B. We got pan and zoom, and that's fine. Okay, good. So, ladles and jelly spoons. The next thing I filmed was the beach. And what I did is I took my 360-degree camera, because as you all know, my super duper camera that flips and all that is out for repair, and it's kind of going to be without it for over a month and a half. I should imagine here it'd be 2 months, because they got to send it back to China, and then they go, "Oh yeah, it's broken." Then they say, "Give me a new one." But the company that I bought it from won't give me a new one until the Chinese people say it's broke. So there you go. And they don't have one in stock, so they got to order one. I'm hoping what they've done is that they've ordered one, and as soon as the Chinese people say it's done, they can give it to me. Okay, Ash has got a question. He says, "Pling. Tim, is that Rheinbacher Weizen beer, wheat beer? If so, I'm drinking it too. They sell them in my local Aldi. I heard you mention them before, so I thought I'd try 2 swigs, and it's good. I've never tasted the Rheinbacher, and anything that's North Germany isn't really a traditional wheat beer, because they're all from Bavaria. But wheat beer you can't go wrong, because it has to be brewed. As long as it says brewed to the Reinheitsgebot, which is the purity law of 1516, then it's a good beer, because there's no chemicals in it, basically. So Reinheitsgebot 1516, or the purity laws of 1516. The one I drink typically is called Franziskaner. That's a Munich brewery. Franziskaner, and I think Aldi do sell it, but off and on. The Rheinbacher is a I would say a cheaper one, or one that's more readily available to Aldi. The other one that we got are the ones that Christina's friends, or our friends, brought over, and that was the Kneitinger, and that was fantastic. That was fantastic. So we've had a couple of those. In fact, we had one last night. You probably saw the pots there. North Tenerife man's on. Good evening, Maria Alti. Martin Voss is on. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the beach introduction now. So it's just a short one, this. And this will show you, there's a little bit of fast motion in this, I think. No, there isn't. This one is just an introduction, but I've got like as a tiny planet. So those of you who say, "I don't like those 360s," whoa, then close one eye right now, okay? See you in a minute. Good morning, ladles and jelly spoons. It's actually afternoon. It's quite late afternoon, actually. And the dinner's going to be ready in an hour. So I've gone out for an evening constitutional. and show you around. Here we go, 360 degrees. If you're watching in the 360 degree mode, have a look round. If you're watching in the mode that I did, sit back and enjoy. Okay, that was the introduction. I see we got a couple of questions. As I say, if you want to definitely get my attention at a question, put QQ in front of it, and I'll see that. And if you got a statement like Ash here, put QS in front of it. Just back from London from a pacemaker checkup. It's all okay. Having a beer before an hour or so of work to catch up. There you go. How far are we on with the app for a Decky? That's what I want to know. What do I need to do next to help you out there, my friend? And Scott's saying, Tim, I will come on live with you as soon as I'm still very ill today. Feel like death won't up. Oh dear. No problem. No problem. Dazar, hi both of you. Hope you're fab. Saw article on Spanish government banning smoking on restaurant terraces. A good move, I think. Yeah. This article, I'm not sure how old it is, and it was banned on terraces during COVID. So I think it's a good move for me as a non-smoker. For the smokers, it'll probably push them out to the streets again, which is also not good because then they don't have an ashtray and dimps are all over the place. Because for some reason, and as I smoked, I did the same. If you see somebody opening a toffee and just throwing the wrapper away, you go little out. But if you see somebody throwing sponge paper and burning tobacco out, it's normal. So there are people that carry little ashtrays around with them and close it up and dispose of them at their will. And well done to you guys. But typical as a smoker, you don't think about that, especially here with our wildfire problems. It is a big problem. Smoking and campfires are two of the main reasons for wildfires. But yeah, if they do ban it on terraces, they really should do something for the smoker. Like I don't know, get a big like a fish bowl for the heads or something, so they can smoke at the table, but just don't do anything else. There was a great short that I watched with Gallagher, American comic, so back in the 70s, and he said he was an avid anti-smoker, and I'll put a link to it in the description afterwards. And basically, what it was is he says, I wouldn't mind if smokers would just inhale only. And then he says, drinkers, on the other hand, if they acted like smokers, and then he drank something and went to the front row of the stage and went, mmm, and then just sprayed his beer all over the front row. He said, that's how we feel when you smoke in the terrace. So I can imagine both sides. And don't forget, they're all addictive. So it's not really the smoker's fault. Um, I think we should ban it, but then have free counselling to get off it. You know what I mean? Or some sort of incentive to stop smoking. So if the government's going to get involved, they should get involved at stopping people smoking instead of, making them angry by reducing the places. Anyway, that's my take on it. It is only my opinion. I could be wrong, as they say. What's the best beer you have ever tasted, Tim, says Craig. That is very subjective, and I'll tell you exactly what it was. On our honeymoon, we went to Paris on the train, and we got to Paris and it chucked down. So we went to the Louvre, and it was Tuesday and it was shut. So we were in Paris in the rain at a shut Louvre. We'd already been to Père Lachaise to pay homage to the Doors singer Jim Morrison, which was Christina's favourite singer of all time. He's buried in Père Lachaise in Paris in the same place as Oscar Wilde. And we'd already been there and paid our respects and had a glass of wine and stuff. And then the next day it was chucking down. So we said, you know what? Let's just get the next train somewhere else. So we went to Gare du Nord, and we jumped on a train going to London. And we got to London, and I thought, right, we'll just have to find somewhere to stay now. And as we were getting off, I think we arrived in Euston. And as we got off the train from Paris, um, they announced a train to Chester leaving in 5 minutes. So I said, come on, let's go and let's go to North Wales because that's where my mum and dad lived and my granny. And so we got on the train and we said it's cheap accommodation as well. They got a lovely bungalow, 4 bedroom or whatever it was. So we went up to Chester, and then we got a bus then from Chester down to the tip of North Wales. You know, the foot, or where the heel of the foot, Aberech it was called, a village called Aberech, right near Pwllheli. And we got there, and my granny was there because she was living with them at the time, and she cracked open 2 Beck's beers from the fridge. And those were the damn best beers I've ever tasted. So I'm not saying that Beck's is the best beer in the world, but what I'm saying is those 2 Beck's beers, after travelling from a rainy Paris all the way through London, all the way up to Chester, and a bus back down to the back end of Beyond in Wales, that was the best beer I've ever tasted. Anyway, that's another story. Cool, do you? Thanks, Craig, for the question. Okay, let's go a bit further on. Rain all day in Dublin. Oh dear. Hi, Michelle T. Hi, Tina. Unazan. Luke Fitzroy Smith. Will you see the solar eclipse in Tenerife? Afraid not. The solar eclipse is going from the bottom left-hand corner of America up to the top left-hand corner of America. We're nowhere near that, I'm afraid. I think the next eclipse is in about 30 years here. But no, ban smoking altogether. You could do that, but then you push it underground like crack and cocaine, so it wouldn't really work. Work in progress, not forgotten. Cool Ash, thank you. Fire risk, yeah. Remembering the days when people were smoking in the club, madness when you think about it. I mean, it is really. There's a lot of things that have changed that we take for granted now that wasn't for, or we took for granted then that isn't now, and stuff like that. Tina, Marie, Craig, who wants to smoke? Yeah. Remember people smoking on planes? I actually smoked on a plane. I'll tell you what, the most embarrassing thing that happened to me was I was on a plane. I couldn't get a smoking seat because they were all full. And so I was sat at the front, and I went back to see if I could swap with somebody for a smoking. As I came back, I said, "Does anybody want to swap while I have a fag?" And this couple said, we're stuck here." They said. I said, "Well, how can that be?" Because, "Oh no, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. I was with Chris and the baby, I think. So I booked a non-smoking. I can't remember. I think it was going to Ibiza from Germany. But anyway, I went to the back for a smoke, and these people were stuck in the smoking area. They were non-smokers. They go, "Why'd you book a non-smoking seat if you're a smoker?" Anyway, so that was embarrassing for me. But there you go. Thanks for the shout out to Pearson's crew. Oh yeah, don't forget the A View from Us has dropped their second vlog today. By the time I go Paris, it rains here. 10 people should know smoker passes, then see how many people stop smoking. Yeah. A View from Us, I drove across France from Calais to Montpellier. Rain all the way. There you go. It's Dublin with wine and cheese. That's what I would say. Lorraine's on. Hi, Lorraine. We are getting hot weather. You're right. We are getting hot weather. Debbie, do you smoke, Tim? I smoked. I think I started smoking when I was about 13, so 1973, 72, 73. And, or maybe 74, maybe 14. And I smoked up until I was 40, and I gave up on my 40th birthday, 12th of September 2000. I gave up smoking from one day to the other, like that. And the way I did it was I stopped smoking every time I put a cigarette out, right? So every time I put a cigarette out, I'm a non-smoker. I don't smoke anymore. And then I've got to decide to start again. So the decision to start again, have the next cigarette, was easier for me to put that off, having the next cigarette, than it was for me to say I'm never going to smoke again. Because that's scary. If you're addicted to something and somebody says you're never going to have it again, You know, you sort of go, but, and you start having excuses in your head. But if you know that you can have a cigarette at any time you like, you just don't want to do it, then you do that for 3 days. After 3 days, you start getting this feeling of pride that you've achieved something, and your dopamine kicks in. I mean, dopamine is a chemical that gives you a good feeling by achieving something. It can be anything: exercise, it can be finishing a task, it can be getting up in the morning. You know, you get a dopamine rush, and that's what it does. So I exchanged the nicotine depressing thing for a dopamine upper, which was pride in not having the next cigarette. So if anybody's struggling to stop smoking, you already do. You stop smoking every time you put a cigarette out. And the question is, how many people your age start smoking? There you go. That's a freebie from me. If you found value in that, go to paypal.com and give us some money. There we go. Okay, let's have a look to see if anybody's got a question. Quick questions. Nearest supermarket, did that. Rheinbacher, we did that. Best beer, we did that. Okay, any statements they want me to read out? QS. Sound higher. Okay, we did that one. Long time viewer, Tim. Yorkshire Alt. Okay, I've never seen the name before. Uh, have you changed the name lately, or is it just me? Out and about with Ash, just back from London, we did that one. Get a crazy nostalgia whenever I see an old style cigarette machine. Yeah, right, yeah. Straight back to childhood in the 90s. That's when you were nicking them, yeah? When you were kicking them off the wall. I gotta go all the way down. Every time that I filter, it always comes back. Nigel Smart Mutant, thank you. Yeah, another late release. I've not mastered the times that uploads 4K took all night. Used to smoke, been 36 years without, says Willie. Cool dude. Hi, Carl. Then talking about beers, Tim, have you ever tried Erdinger? Yep, Erdinger was my go-to Weizen right at the beginning, and I wouldn't drink anything else, to tell you the truth. Erdinger Weizen was my go-to, and then they didn't have it here, and Franciscana. Then the Erdinger Dunkel came out. That was my favourite again, and they stopped selling that here. So I went to Franciscana Dunkel. But yeah, Erdinger was my. In fact, I've been to Erding, to the brewery. As most of you know, I used to organize parties for a company I worked for. I was a communication guy, so my job was to get people together and have a good time. It's a great job. Uh, and we used to, my first boss in Siemens at the time wanted to do a big meeting for the project. He was a massive project he was running. Excuse me. And he decided to have the party in a cellar in the Erdinger brewery. And or was it no, I think it was a bar in Erding that was supplied by the brewery. It wasn't the brewery itself. And they did a Schlachtschussel on a Thursday. And what a Schlachtschussel is all the innards of the animals that you kill to get meat. You've got to eat those pretty quick. So these Viets, these um, landlords, they take them in and they cook them. So they'll do your milz, which I think is the pancreas. They do bloodwurst, which is like black pudding. They do saure lungs, which is obviously the lungs, saure lungi. They do milz, bloodwurst, kidneys, obviously, all the innard stuff anyway. And they put it, and I think they just boil it or something. You know, it's like, it doesn't sound very nice, but it's quite tasty if you just don't think what you're eating. And he ordered that, and he ordered Schlachschüssel for everybody. Of course, the international people arrived. None of the Asians took it. None of the French took it. The Brits were game for the black pudding, but after a while says, "Can't we just have a steak?" So basically, me and him were scooping out this all-you-can-eat um, offal. I don't know why I'm saying that now. Oh, Erdinger. And we were drinking a lot of Erdinger to wash it down, or at least I was anyway. Pet name next. Remember, he teased Webby saying his date of birth live. Pet name next. Remember, you teased Webby saying his date of birth live. I can't work that one out. Best place you've ever visited, city or country? Oh, it's 20 questions now, is it? The best place I've visited. I can't think, to tell you the truth. Nothing sort of springs to mind. I mean, obviously, lots of cathedrals and sort of like awe-inspiring places like that. I've never been to the Grand Canyon. Um, I think in Wales there's quite a few nice sort of not theme parks, but you know, like a park where you can go in and walk amongst the trees and stuff. That was pretty good. But no, I don't have a favorite place. Williamsburg in Virginia is very interesting, especially for the people that sort of play act there, pretending they're old 200-year-old people. More of a background, says Yorkshire. Okay, watch on catch up. There you go. Anyway, I'm gonna play you another thing now. This is called To the Beach, and basically this is me walking from my house down to the beach. It's fast at the beginning, but it does get slow, I think, at the end. Have I shown this before? Really?
Yeah.
You're on it now.
I was with you last week.
You're on it now. How are you?
All right.
What's your name?
Are we going that way? See you later.
See ya. Well, that wasn't long, was it? That was just me down to the beach. I tried to put some music over the back of it, but it didn't really work. Pete and Shell are on. Never smoked. Leave it. I don't think Webby's ever smoked either. Anyone in the chat who smokes, try vaping. No, 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 no. Don't try vaping. That's not good. Cost of 20 fags doesn't put you off. I don't know what will, says Vinny. Yeah, I looked today or yesterday here. 200 with a free lighter was €50, and I believe that they're a lot cheaper here than they are in Britain. How much is a like a box of 200 fags in Britain at the moment? Prash is on. Hi, Prash. Cool dude. Love the picture you sent me. I put it up on my community page for you. Fraudster's Dream, yeah. Seychelles. Okay, that's a good one. Cresta Run, that was good. You can move when you want to. Don't fall off the scooter, Martin. That was a fast walk. I've got a scooter coming up, but I did nearly kill myself in the next clip. So watch carefully. Let me show it you now. And the next clip is. I won't say what it's called because that gives it away, but enjoy this one. Don't want to break my ankle on those uneven floors. Jesus. Didn't realise it was that heavy. Hola. Long go Jerry. Anybody killed myself then? What's this? What a beautiful day. Alright, it's handrails. Now, I don't know why they put these things up here. It must have cost them a fortune. It must have cost a fortune. Exactly. What's it for? It's for handrails, you just said. Idiot. 200 euros for cigarettes. Jeez, 150 so. Gravity, if you yeah. It's actually called wall fall. Wall fall. Oh, and I usually cut my breathing out, but I was very knackered after that jump. Oh, sorry about that, kids. I didn't want you to to get sick right at the end there. I forgot to warn you. Anyway, so back in the room. Umpty Dumpty, that's what I should have called it. Tina's gone. See you, Tina. Thanks a lot, mate. Gravity can be difficult. We did that one. Clip collar, you're not 21 anymore. Definitely not 21. Depends on the brand. Over 200 euros. Nida says 150. Oh my God, depends on the brand. I couldn't do that. Wagwan Tours, hey Tim and everyone. Hi Wagwan. We've been on now for a 40 minutes. So go back and check the early one on catch up. North Tenerife man's on. Hi Alan. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you a small one now. After I've been down the beach, I went up the steps and I wasn't sure what to do. I did film a walk, but it was pretty boring. You've all seen it before. So I was stood at the top and I just had a little bit of a breather and I used my 360-degree camera just to get the ambience. I think it's only about a minute long, this one, I think. So enjoy. And there you go. Sorry again for not warning you about the other stuff. There you go. Anyway, ladles and jelly spoons. So that was my walk down to the beach, and then Chris called and said, "Get home now, me dinner. I need me dinner." So I decided to take a scooter, and I realised what I'd done wrong the last time. I'd pressed the wrong button, so they charged me extra. So I think the scooter ride that you're going to see now was only €2.50, which is the euro for what it is, and 30 cents a minute. And it did take me a little bit of time to get the GPS to make them think that I parked the scooter in the right place. But I think that they're getting an extra 30 cents off me, or maybe an extra 60 cents off me, because it takes me 2 minutes to get the bloody scooter in the right place. Then I realised all I got to do is me with my phone stand in the right place, not the scooter. Your bin 3 meter selfie stick. There's a good cheap on eBay. I got loads of selfie sticks, and I've got one called, I can't remember what it's called now. Bushman, the Bushman, and that's pretty good. But I don't use the 360 camera as much as I used to, because I got a lot of other good cameras, and this one's the X2 model, so it doesn't even have a 1-inch sensor for those technophiles out there. It doesn't have a 1-inch sensor, but it does the job. You can actually, there's a free program called the Insta360 Studio version 5, and they've got now a media tech and a project editing suite, and you can publish them in, it's not going to mean much for a lot of you, the ProRes 422, which is a lossless, well, there's no compression, that's what it is. It takes your raw data and it formats it in a ProRes 422, which is industry standard for Apple products. So you can edit it a lot faster, even though the files are massive. It's like you've heard of H.264 and H.265 compression. Well, these are like 10 times bigger than that, but they run a lot smoother on your Apple machine, especially when you're doing, graphics and all that other stuff. So yeah, it's pretty good. 99 people watching, thank you very much. 1 thumbs down, thank you so much, and 81 thumbs up. So I could say 99.9% of the people watching love me. Oh, what did Michaela do? Wagwan Tours, is that Michaela? Oh, Michael, sorry. Alan, hit thumbs up. Oh, Alan's Homemade Vlogs is on. Hi, Alan. I hope you're okay with me publishing that thing this morning with WEBBY. We didn't mention you or link to your channel at all, so I hope you're enjoying yourself. Let me just show you the scooter. So this is the last one of the 24-hour loop, and until breakfast this morning. So I'm going to show you the scooter ride. It's just the scooter ride. There's no sound, and I'll see if I can do a little bit of music with it as well, but I don't have a lot to play with. And that was the end of that. So that was in real time, so it wasn't speeded up or slowed down or anything, and I didn't crash. I'm getting a bit better for it now. I'm going to get my dinner before my live, guys, at 19:30 on my channel. All welcome. Hopefully see a few people there. Have a great night. I'll might be able to join you live, but I've got to make Chris's dinner now, and then we'll be eating dinner. So that's the biggest problem I got, is that when everybody else goes live, I'm already eating dinner with Chris, and she doesn't let me have the phone on the table, unfortunately, whilst I'm having dinner, because I've got to talk to her, because I'm her husband. But there you know. Yeah. So what I was going to do was open up the thing, but for guests. But I'm not going to do that now because it's already 47 minutes. So what I'm going to do is do the breakfast one, which is the end of the 24-hour loop, and just push it again. If you're not into the 24-hour loop, or you just watch the lives so you can chit chat with your friends, which I think is a good idea, great community. But to support the channel, you can go and watch these 24-hour loops. They're between 8 and 20 minutes long, I think, depending on how much I've done that day. I won't be putting this one out, so this one will be part of the playlist as a live. But every day I just put one up, and it's basically, it starts out of straight after breakfast or straight after brunch, whatever I do in the afternoon, then dinner, and then after dinner it comes to whatever I do in the morning plus breakfast. So sometimes it's just dinner and breakfast, small, short one. And sometimes I do a lot in the afternoon before dinner, and I do a lot in the morning before brunch. So check them out. There's quite a few of them. It's one every day. Right, got to go to a meeting, won't be else. Okay, everybody's saying ta-ra. I'm just going to see if there's any quick questions before I finish. Best beer, pet name, best place you've ever visited. Okay, we did those. And quick statements. QS. Out and about. Back from London. Get crazy nostalgia. More of a background viewer. Okay, we did all those. So it looks like I'm done. Cool dude. I'm going to show you the breakfast one, which was this morning or lunchtime. Oh, Robin's just put a QQ up there. I was over in Feb. We did speak on the phone, but never met up. What was noticeable was the amount of banana plantations. Yeah, it's quite a big industry here. In fact, it's one of our biggest industries is agriculture. So people say tourist, you'd be nothing without tourism. That's not true. We just turn the desert into, I don't know, olive groves or something like that. But there you go. So don't forget, the tourist area is a very, 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 very small part of the island, but it does generate a lot of income. Unfortunately, a lot of the income goes to multinationals and does not stay on the island. So what we really need, basically, is tourists that want to come and see the culture of the island and leave money with the locals. So if you can do that, I'll be very grateful. It'll help everybody, and then we might be able to pay people more than the pittance that they're getting, and then you'll get better service as well. So let's get everyone up to that. Cool dude. So I'm going to go and show you breakfast, which was this morning, which is usually the end of the 24-hour loop. So I'll come back after that and we'll have the final chit chat, and then I'll go and cook. Good morning, ladles and jelly spoons. I hope you enjoyed the stuff that I put on the 24-hour loop up to now. This is the end. Say goodbye, Chris.
Goodbye, Chris.
So we're just having muesli. It's 24 degrees in the shade. Sun's out, nice and warm. A few wispy clouds. Nobody in the pool just yet. And Harry Time, Aloe Vera, and the TikTokers are doing well. So this is the end of 24-hour loop today. And tonight there is no Meetup Monday, but I am going live at 5:55 with something different maybe. We'll see. What do you think, Chris? Oh, she's drinking.
Yeah.
Gave her a microphone all the way
Good
over there.
idea.
Thank you very much. But we're staying home. I think that's what we're saying. We're staying
Lovely,
home,
yeah.
but we're having guests maybe. We'll see. Right. So let's just have a look at the muesli. Cup of tea. Frutas. beautiful wife. Say tra again,
Thank
Chris.
you. Tra.
Tra. Okay, that was cool. And I'd like to thank you for watching. So we're going to finish up now. For those of you chit-chatting again, I really do appreciate all the support, like watching the videos, watching the adverts before the videos, of course. I try not to do adverts in the middle of videos, but I think at the moment, I've noticed that YouTube automatically turns them on if you're not careful. So if you have seen adverts in the middle of my I turn them off on lives. I'd never do adverts in the middle on lives because they're turned on by default. You got to turn them off each time. Yeah, but you might have seen them. But I have noticed that I'm getting a little bit extra cash. So I don't know. Maybe I'll become well, I can't say the word, can I? A YouTube and and turn it on every minute. No, I won't do that. I won't do that. Cool, dude. So thank you. Must be a slot available for you, Alan. 1 a.m. in the morning. Rewind. Can you explain the origins of the names Harry, Time, Aloe Vera, and the TikTokers, please? I shall do that, and then we'll finish. So basically, what it was, the aloe vera is actually the plant aloe vera. So when I said hello Vera, because like Vera Lynn and aloe vera, basically it stuck. And the time somebody, and I can't remember who it was, but somebody says you want to call it Harry. So I think that was just somebody who said, is that Harry Time? Or it could be that there's a famous Harry Time somewhere that I don't know about and they've told me. So, but I heard it from one of you guys, Harry Time. And the TikTokers just came to me like that because I didn't know what to call the cacti, or whether it's cactuses. It could be cacti, cactuses. I don't know. Is it octopi, octopuses? I don't know. I can tell you the difference. I think cacti, anything that's got a Latin root has got an I on the end of it, and anything that's got a Greek root has got a nusses on the end of it. So, but I don't know whether cactus is Latin root or Greek root. So you need to know those things to be able to know how to conjugate the or whatever it's called, pluralize. I'm making words up now as I go along. Okay, great live catch you all again. Thank you. Billy, hoping to do. Great job, Tim. Thank you very much. Have some great evening. Thank you, Tim and Christina. There you go. Over in Feb did speak on the phone. Okay, we did that one. Rewind says thanks. You're very welcome. Anyway, so I'm going to go twos up for this. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you. Actually, we can do the small town bliss. Here we go. Thank you for joining me on Meetup Monday, although nobody was here and I didn't even turn on the interview things, so thank you for that. And I hope you enjoyed the 24-hour loop live, and go back and watch some of the recorded ones. There is a playlist that you can do, and you just go to the channel, then go to playlists, and one of those is the 24-hour loop. I recommend the drone playlist as well. It's quite good. And the Maritime Walkway, which is an old stuff with a GoPro, and that's the Maritime Walkway from Los Cristianos to La Caleta, done within 2 years. It was like a 2-year thing. Don't forget, Meetup Monday is 5:55. Go to timothydow.com/events to book it if you want to come say hello. Balcony Banter at 5:55 is every Wednesday, apart from the first Wednesday of the month, which is Food for Thought on Juliane Nendel's channel, link in the description. And Freaky Friday, come and have a drink at the Monte Cristo or wherever we're going to be. Check out for details.